All right, you guys. So Ticket TV live streams, like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. And let's get right into this video, man. And I want to tell y'all this, and I want to make this very clear, right? And this is, first of all, let me say this to the dude who said, yo, why you gotta be telling everybody what you said? Because them bitch ass niggas came and was talking shit when I said it the first time, nigga. And if you don't like it, nigga, get off my channel, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? If you don't like what I said, get your punk ass off my channel, nigga. All them niggas was saying I was capping and I was lying, nigga. I got a right to fucking stick up for myself, nigga. Because I told you guys, I know the person I talk to, nigga. I don't have to put out no names. I know who I talk to, and I know I believe every word they say because they there. And I know they plugged in at the highest level. Pastor, what's good? I see you in the building. Salute. Tony, what's up, baby? I see you in the building. So don't fucking play with me, bro. And I'm gonna drop the link so Pastor, if Pastor's free, because I want to hear what he got to say about this. But I told niggas that the Lakers been on that shit. Jeannie and them had to play a face because of that. But guess what? It's more shit get ready to come out surrounding LeBron James. And let me ask y'all this question. Who the hell you think they was gonna trade LeBron James for? Now the Lakers probably glad they didn't make that move. Because now when you see everything that's going on with Kawhi, the Lakers could have got caught up in all that shit. But who you think the Lakers was gonna trade Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers for? Who you think? Who you think? Why y'all think Jeannie Buss just all of a sudden got up out the business and just sold the team? Bro, people tired of dealing with that stronghold they call clutch. I've been trying to tell y'all this. I'm gonna drop it right now for you, Pastor. They tired of that shit, man. Them dudes have been out here, and I'm gonna tell you something. Rich Paul is on violation, nigga. All the stuff he been doing, he's on violation. This dude do not operate like an agent. You out here doing podcasts, talking about personal business. This is all set up by LeBron James. All the shit he's saying through the mouthpiece of LeBron James. It's unbecoming. People sick of that shit. Now, again, Pastor was feeling like, oh, well, Jeannie couldn't do it because of the promotion. But I was telling Pastor the whole time and everybody else, yo, they gonna get that nigga up out of there, man. People was tired of that shit, bro. That nigga, bro, if we would have seen what happened behind the scenes, you think the Lakers are a very good organization. And Pastor know this. What happened with Darvin Ham was reprehensible. All them that many span of coaches in that short of time, all because of this nigga LeBron James. The Lakers was making themselves look bad what they was doing to coaches. Darvin Ham went to the Western Conference Finals in year one. In year two, he goes back to the playoffs, lose to the team that won a championship, and he gets fired. You think the Lakers moving like that? If LeBron James ain't there, go ahead, Pastor, man.
And
You
salute to
salute.
Ticket and Pastor, man. Salute to y'all.
What's up, man?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you go ahead, Pastor. You loud and clear, man.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you cook that nigga, because I already know you've been waiting to cook that nigga, man.
I got a couple spots to go today and cook on this stuff because 100% ticket. I'm gonna say this. You were right. I remember our deep debates and conversations about this, and see, people don't understand. This was the main reason why I retired as a fan of the Lakers. Is because of the ineptitude of that front office and Jeannie Buss being the number one person. Um, it wasn't that I didn't think the Lakers were frustrated with LeBron. I knew that. It wasn't that I didn't think they wanted to get rid of him. I didn't think she had the cojones to do it. And I never thought she would because of her business savvy, her business mind. She always going to make a business decision. And she actually admitted that in the article that the Baxter Holmes guy did. She was like, I wanted to trade him. I wanted to get rid of him. I didn't want to extend his contract, but I was afraid of the PR hit. I was afraid of the PR hit. So this is why I had no confidence in the previous front office for the Lakers run by Jeannie Buss. I had zero confidence. So it took Mark Walters buying the team. And honestly, and you can tell me if you know anything about this or not, Ticket. I actually, they think they're trying to present Jeannie like she just snaked the whole family, fire everybody, and just let me keep my job. I actually think that part of this deal with Mark Walters and Jeannie staying on as the governor is that now she has to go and within the next, because it's only a 5-year deal. Within the next 5 years, she got to clean up every single thing she did to hurt the Lakers franchise. He ain't finna come in and bail her ass out when it comes to all these bad business deals,
Well,
all these
I'm gonna
bad
tell you.
relationships. He gonna
Well, I'm
make
gonna
her
tell you.
clean this shit up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Then, well, it's not even a
Okay.
secret. It wasn't
Hmm.
really. It wasn't. Everybody blamed Jeannie, but the person who was pushing Jeannie to get this fast track this was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson got in and out, bro. And I said Kawhi Leonard's name because it got real dirty. Everybody was thinking Magic was beefing with Rob Pelinka. That was a play.
I told
That
him
was
it
a,
was.
Rob Pelinka was gonna be there the whole time. Rob Pelinka and Magic, they cool. They ain't never really had no issue. Magic had to get out of there because of the stuff that you see going on with Kawhi. You
Mm.
read the articles about all that stuff that was going on. Magic
Oh yeah.
formerly the way Magic wanted to operate, he could not be in. He had to be in a Jerry West type of position where there's plausible deniability to certain things.
Yeah.
Because Magic got so much love for the Lakers, he want the Lakers on top,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then when you got a guy like a conniving punk like Kawhi and his uncle weaving and maneuvering and doing the shit they doing, Magic thinking, okay, hey man, look, I'm trying to get the Lakers on top. I don't give a damn. And now you going against this is why the whole Jerry West beef got nasty. Behind all
Mm.
this stuff behind the scene, everybody was wondering why the Lakers doing all this shit because the Lakers knew what Jerry West was trying to do, and that messed up. You remember, Pastor? That messed up that whole summer for the Lakers. They was waiting on Kawhi
Yeah, it
because
did.
the Lakers lost out on all them free agents waiting on this nigga. Meanwhile, Jerry West don't got him over there. They on a private conversation saying F the Lakers, this, that, the third. Then the whole public didn't see this. But this is the stuff going on behind the scenes. So this is the reason why that beef went to a whole nother level before he passed away. This is the real reason why, and people don't want to talk about that. But LeBron James, he's a conniving ass nigga too. And the problem is, Pastor, is once you got up on the Clutch, it ain't just what Clutch is doing to you. It's the fact that they got so many players. They're getting so many guys coming up the league, and Rich Paul has so much control. When you got so many players, it's like you can't. It's like Genie just can't do LeBron dirty because then they may need another player from Rich Paul down the line that you know what I'm saying he may like guide that player somewhere else.
Man, I tell you
And
this, if I'm
that's where you get conflict of interest at with these agents doing podcasts and all that shit like that, Pastor. I'm telling you something,
facts,
man. I am
facts.
highly against all this shit Rich Paul got going on, man.
Yeah, he just totally unethical. And I told everybody this when it came out. I said, this is just totally unethical. I said, notice there's no other agent. You have zero proof of any other agent ever doing anything like what he's doing now. And this is another show by Clutch to believe that they are just bigger than the system that they in. They really believe they are bigger than the NBA. They don't think they just run the Lakers and certain teams. They think they run the NBA. And this is how an organization as powerful as the NBA fights back a little bit. And a lot of it is just letting these guys self-destruct because the arrogancy and the pride kicks in, and like it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next 2 weeks.
That's a
Who
fact.
y'all
What?
think,
That's a fact.
Pastor Harold? Who y'all think Genie was trading him for?
Oh, Kawhi,
Come on now. Come on
because
now. So
Kawhi ain't
that
playing.
lets hold on.
It
So
has to
Pastor,
be a ticket.
that let you know how the Clippers was feeling about Kawhi.
Kawhi
You better
ticket,
believe conversations were
ticket.
had.
Yeah, it has to be Kawhi because you know for a fact Kawhi ain't finna play with LeBron. It ain't
Nope.
happening. He's made that clear. And think about it. Even that conniving, backstabbing stuff, the underhanded stuff that the Clippers did, y'all call it karma. I call it, reaping what you sow. But they got it back because it spurred Pelinka to go out and sign the Danny Greens. And remember, he had guys on deck just in case Kawhi didn't. And them guys led him to get a championship. Them
Mm-hmm.
guys helped him get a chip. So, and they
That's
talking
why,
about in there
Pastor.
that LeBron,
That's Pastor.
that,
That's why I was on the island. Remember when I told everybody? I said, "Bro, LeBron did not know about the Luka trade, bro. LeBron is
I
not
remember
approving a
that.
nigga. He's not approving a nigga coming to the Lakers for his spot. Luka do the same thing he do on the court. You
Oh
think he
yeah.
approving of that dude to come over there and take up? LeBron James did what you said he wanted to do: control everything, control the narrative, control.
Yep.
See, with AD there, he could control all that.
Sure could. That
Rob
shit out
Pelinka
the
got away.
water.
Rob Pelinka seen a way out and took it.
Hey, yeah, guess who the real, because Jeannie in the little article said she was upset about, her family said that Jeannie told them that she was upset about this narrative that LeBron was the savior. Guess who the real savior of the Lakers is?
Rob Pelinka.
Nah, nah. It is the glass man himself. It is Anthony Davis. You
Davis.
know how? Anthony Davis did what he had to do in New Orleans and forced that trade. right?
Mm-hmm.
He comes over and the Lakers instantly win a championship. And Anthony Davis kept everybody on the edge of greatness. Like, if he just get healthy, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it for 4 or 5 years. Then he's the pawn, he's the piece that gets moved to bring in the future for the Lakers, possibly. Because I don't think Mark Walton and them 100 sold on Luca. I don't think that yet. But he was the move that they needed to get Luca. Luca was needed to get rid of LeBron.
That's
You
true, but
don't move
that's Pastor.
LeBron.
That's the thing. But they got to get
Yeah.
him out the way, Pastor. That's the thing. They got to see to what you answer your question right there, and her, you can
Mhm.
chime in too. But to answer your question right there, Pastor, they got to get. They have to see if Luca's that guy. They have to
Yeah.
get LeBron out the way. The team was
Absolutely.
rolling without
Absolutely.
LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely. LeBron has to go. And it's not like the Lakers will want to wait now. They act like they wanted to wait till the summer on that. They making this move, putting it out in this timing, right before the trade deadline ends, right after LeBron them showed their ass with this podcast and all this stuff. See, I had made the statement that, and I heard what you had said, ticket about, don't play, blah blah blah, with Kaminga, and I heard some of the stuff that was going on with all these things, Jimmy Butler, all this going on. I've been listening, but I had said that, oh, boys only play. Mark Walters is to send LeBron home, right? Oh, this play right here is much greater than sending LeBron home. Now he got to face all this stuff. Now he got to deal with all these questions, and everybody's going to be scrutinizing and watching him. Is he gonna be
Mm-hmm.
detached? Is he gonna be focused? Is he gonna be sabotaging? Bro, there's so many eyes on him now. It is ridiculous. But man,
He
they
got to
couldn't
be
have played
embarrassed,
this
Pastor.
better though. They couldn't have played this any better than they played
He
it.
got to be
So I'm gonna
embarrassed.
say,
He is very
I'm gonna
embarrassing.
say,
Very embarrassing.
I'm gonna say this though. I think in my opinion though,
Uh-huh.
I just think with the Lakers, what's going on in the NBA, I think they just want dude gone, and shit go keep coming out until dude get out the way. I mean, I think this is just the beginning of people dropping articles and dropping things that been going on with the Lakers for years. I think this is just the beginning. I think more gonna come out about this stuff, Pastor and Ticket. I really do.
Oh,
I
oh,
I really
I
believe
think
it.
I think what they did is they opened the floodgates for everybody to start putting this dirt. I think LeBron and them actually know that once this platform's taken, and the money ain't coming in, see, that's where the fear comes in. People don't want their check cut off. And there's a check attached to Clutch. They're trying to become irrelevant in the media and all this kind of stuff, but they need the platform. And see, now that the platform's being taken from them, I think the gloves is off. You've seen a lot of people challenge LeBron and say things about LeBron that they never would have said in the past. So I think it is going to be a ton of stuff come out about him. I think it is. And I've been saying, I've been over there on my boy Showtime channel cooking and stuff. I've been telling him, I don't think he's telling me like they're going to sweep this under the rug. Nothing's going to happen to the Clippers when it comes to this aspiration thing. I don't agree with that. And I told him that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Adam Silver has a major problem right now. This league look like it is just totally run by the players. And the statement that they make, the prisoners are running the asylum. He has zero control. And I know the powers that be are telling him, look, bro, this is $1 billion corp. You got to get this shit under control. These bookers is doing whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. Where is the control? Ain't we paying you $40 million a year to deal with this? He's got to take his league back. And he gonna have to come down hard on these things when they come out. He gonna have to. He gonna have to, or he gonna be under some serious scrutiny.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I just think, like I said before, man, I know some more stuff gonna come out about the dude in reports. But like you said, the floodgates is open, and now this is gonna force LeBron to make a decision. LeBron got to make a decision of whether or not he even feels now that he can trust. See, this to me, this is to help push you to ask for
He
that
has to
trade because he got
retire.
a no trade clause.
He do
He
got that
has
no
to
trade
retire
clause.
at
He
some
gonna have to
point,
waive
though.
it though.
I
Yeah, so this is
mean,
like a move to help push you. But here's the thing, Pastor: who wants him right now? Does the Cleveland Cavaliers, are they desperate enough to say, "Yo, we'll go that route"?
The problem with the Cavaliers is that they're a second apron team. They can't aggregate players, so they can't put two players in a deal. They can only do one. They can take back more than one player, but they can't send out more than one player at a time. So they're not getting LeBron. It's not an option. They don't have anybody with the same exact contract that LeBron has. So there's no way they can get LeBron. New York. I saw the rumor about that for Cat because I hear it's a dumpster fire going on over there now. That Mike, whatever the coach name is, I forgot his last. I didn't Mike Brown. I didn't think he was a good choice. They should have kept Thibodeau. He's the one to turn the damn program around. But that's an option there, and I actually think Cat is a good fit with Luca and Austin Reeves right now. And he still gives you the option. Like he has that player option that last year, the year that they will want to get Giannis or Jokic and all that. He has a player option that year. So even if he opts in, he's the person you use to trade because he's going to eat up 60 million of the contract. So that don't put them in a bad situation to still go after one of those guys in 2 years. But I think Clippers are in play, bro. I'm telling you, I think the Clippers are in play. I wouldn't do it for Kawhi. They have to give me multiple players, but I think the Clippers are in play just because we know LeBron James does not want to leave LA. Definitely not the state of California, but he prefer to stay in LA. So these are the teams I think. I think the Knicks, I think the Clippers, and I think Golden State has a remote chance just because they got Jonathan Kuminga and other young pieces that the Lakers like. So I'm sure they try to talk the Lakers into taking on old boy's contract, which they're never going to do. Jimmy Butler's, they're never going to do that. Even though that's 56 million falling off the books next year, I don't see the Lakers doing that. But those are the three teams, in my personal opinion, that I think have a chance at getting him. Dallas is just not good enough. He will go over there and waste a year. The Knicks, he can still win. The Clippers would think they can win with him, and so does Golden State. So I think those are the three viable teams that have a chance if any kind of trade can go down.
Conversations are being had. You better be behind the scenes.
Yes, they are, Ticket, no doubt about it.
This
What
right
are those
after an article like this drops, you better believe these conversations are being had. I'm talking about within Clutch, what they're gonna do. LeBron James and Rich Paul, they probably panicking behind the scenes right now. To be honest with you, Pastor.
Yeah, yeah. That game tonight, Lakers will get blown out tonight too, because Kawhi, he's healthy, he gonna play tonight. They gonna be totally dysfunctional, disconnected mentally. I see them getting blown out again tonight by the Clippers, even though they played well the last two games. That was a real good game they played against Denver the other day, and a very good game against Toronto, two winning teams. I don't see them continuing that tonight, though. Not with this on the table, not with this swirling around the locker room. You see what I'm saying? That people don't understand how this type of stuff affect a player, because you're talking about people's lives, and even with LeBron, if he does waive it, others could be involved in this trade. That stuff matters, man. You got your family there, your children in school. This stuff matters to these players, bro. This stuff matters. So now I
I
expect
agree.
it.
I thought about it. I do agree with you on the Knicks. He did repair his relationship with the GM of the Knicks now, and so that is a viable option in my opinion. I agree
Yeah,
with you on that.
and they want to move Carl Anthony Towns. Now I think the thing is the Lakers gonna have to agree to that contract, which has got 2 more years after this year. And I think Towns would be a great fit with them guys. I really do. Now I'm gonna do a different type of center. I need a bruiser or something. So if I'm getting Towns, I'm gonna be actively working to get rid of Aiton as well. Because now I don't need him with his skill set. Because Towns just has that same skill set to a greater level. You see what I'm saying? So and he rebounds better than him. His defense is better, but believe it or not, I'm saying that about Towns, but his defense is better. He's a better scorer. He's just a better player. Towns is a way better player than DeAndre Ayton. So I'm moving him, but I'm trying to get a center in there so Towns can do a little bit at the four and all that as well. Maybe the guy like Sharp, somebody like Sharp, or the Mincy guy down there, and for the Pelicans. I'm trying to get a guy like that to come in and play alongside of him. But I think that's really viable. And I know New York really wants to get rid of Towns. I don't think him and Mike, the coach, they ain't getting along. There's all kind of crap going on, and the Knicks look like hell. They just look like crap right now. So
Yeah, I'm with you on that right there. And then again, me and you, we had a conversation. I was talking about the Lakers will want to get something for LeBron James. I think you was of the narrative that they would just let him go away and just walk away. I think the Lakers want to actually get something for him via a trade. This is the reason why I think an article like this would be allowed to be pushed out at this time, because I think that they want to kind of push that to get those wheels in motion right now.
I think Clutch has set that pace though, because I agree with you on this ticket. I'm saying I agree because I think they would have been fine if LeBron would have came in, kept their mouth shut, played out his contract, and just went away like normal people do. They probably would have been fine with that. But because they want to get on podcasts and suggesting trading away their stars and all this now they want. You see what I'm saying? And they know the ball is in LeBron's court because they know them Bron tars, them damn gawkers we be going after it with, them damn knee pad ninjas. Them boogers is finna really push for LeBron to get his ass out of LA right now. So he finna have pressure from his own fans to waive that no trade clause. So we're gonna have to see. But I agree, man. This is gonna have some serious fallout, man. And I know Clutch, LeBron, they embarrassed right now. They ain't happy about this type of information getting out. And man, I can imagine the meetings they having, the conversations they having right now in Clutch,
I
bro.
mean, this right here is warranted though. If you paid attention to the headlines for the beginning of the season, ticket, he was right there when they brought it out that the Lakers, said they not bringing back LeBron next season. When you that popular, making that much money, and you accept the opt-in deal, and you know that your team need multiple pieces, you don't want to win. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
Facts.
so if we just take all the crap out of it, that's what they do. They the media, they do everything. But right now, it just shows you that he's been making trades like Westbrook, bad trades that's coming back to the organization. And they tired of him saying trade for this player, like Austin Reeves, like y'all just touched on. Trade him, they ain't finna keep doing that. See, they tired of him bashing tarnishing our reputation in the league. That's tarnishing the reputation.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
And Pastor talked about this to an extent too. The Westbrook situation was major too. They talked about that in that article, Pastor, about
Right.
how
Oh
he took
yeah.
no responsibility for that. What's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, that's typical narcissistic bull crap that he's gonna do. I'm not finna take accountability. I'm not finna be blamed for nothing. And even if you do try to throw it at me, I'm gonna figure out a way to throw it back at you and get the people all confused and have them looking at you with something side eyed that ain't got nothing to do with the Westbrook thing. But everybody knows. Remember, Kuzma had already tweeted that he was a Sacramento King. That deal was done. The front office had already voted on what they wanted. This was Clutch coming in at the last minute, pressing what LeBron James, and then he got Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis in on it. So that's where the pressure came from. You got these three players want to do it. And people forget the Lakers had to give up a first round pick to trade for Russ back then. They
Yeah,
gave up
and
a first round pick because Washington didn't want to trade him.
on top of that, they didn't want to trade Kuzma. They didn't want to get rid of him. That
Bro,
was
they didn't want to
LeBron.
get rid of Kuzma. Hey, they didn't want to get rid of Kuzma nor KCP back then.
Right. That
And they
was
had to give up
LeBron
all of
deal.
that length, all that defense, all the guys that had championship mantra that helped them win. They didn't want to do that. Same way, hey brother, I'm glad you brought up because the same way. Here's another thing that they put pressure on them. Who was THT? Who found THT? Wasn't it LeBron? He was a LeBron guy. He was a clutch guy. And when it came down between THT and Caruso, Clutch said keep THT. He younger, more upside. And they let
Right. That's
Caruso
what I'm
go,
saying.
and he's a world championship piece.
They got rid of everything that was
Not
essential to
clutch.
our team.
Yeah, that
So,
wasn't clutch.
yeah. Right. So what's LeBron? See, LeBron wore his hands on everything. So,
Man,
like I say, bro, I'm a Laker fan. Whatever
me
he
too.
do, however the case may be, he's out. But you can't come to a team try to change, the direction, regardless of who you is. That ain't the Lakers brand is bigger than LeBron. Like you
Way
can't do
bigger. Way bigger. And I know that really hurt Jeannie when first off, them trying to give him credit for saving the Lakers. And she's like, well, first off, we didn't need to be saved. Then secondly, this narrative going around by Rich Paul. See, this is what a clapback coming from, telling everybody that they're not a champion. Even though we got 16 chips, 17 now, but we're not a championship organization. Now, listen to how hypocritical, listen to how condescending, listen to how double minded and double talking this dude is. He's
right.
telling you in the summer that LeBron is going to evaluate the Lakers to see if they're putting themselves in a position to be a championship team. When he doesn't get the contract offer, you come out publicly and say that the Lakers is not a championship organization. If that is the case, why didn't you, as his agent, recommend that he go somewhere else instead of signing with the Lakers? They're not a championship team. They haven't made those moves. They don't have that in the front office. Why would you recommend him to opt into his deal then? See, you double talking. And people don't think about this stuff. They don't even look at it like this. You double talking. Because if they weren't, why the hell is you got him there? He was a free agent. He could have went anywhere in the league. This is why you told his bum ass to take the opt in. Because nobody else wanted him. And Bron ain't taking discounts. He
Right.
ain't finna go. See, now, if the Lakers would decide to keep him, did y'all hear what Gilbert Arenas said? See, that's all from LeBron. We've been saying for your legacy, you should do what the greats did. Take a discount, let the team build up other players, then you assist them and help bring the young guys along, and y'all win chips together. That would help your legacy. No, 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 no. I'm LeBron James. I need a full max deal. I need a full max deal and let them pay the money. Let them figure it out. Okay, that didn't work for you. So now that the Lakers ain't offering you no contract, now that they making it clear publicly they don't want your black ass no more, guess what you're doing now? You're using Gilbert Arenas to say, hey, if we trade Austin Reeves and and LeBron opts out and we use that cap space money and then he can come back and sign on a $10 million deal. Then he came back, well, he can sign for a league minimum. And then he'd be the fourth option. Man, can you imagine a team where LeBron James would actually accept a role where he would be the fourth option on the team?
That's crazy.
It, it,
But this is what they're pushing now because he don't have anything. He knows no other team wants him, especially at a max deal money at 50 something. Hell no. So now for him to be able to stay in LA, he's willing to take a lesser deal, but he knows he can't stay if Austin Reeves is on that team. And I love the fact that the Lakers have made it clear. Unless your name is Jokic or Giannis, Austin is staying. Austin is staying. And he
May
finna
may I
get paid.
may I chime in too? Ticket. I want to say everything you saying for the past couple of years. You was always correct about it and everything. I am never going to disagree with what you said about LeBron and everything. You was on point with everything. And also what the other person was talking about. I think Rich Paul is not an agent because if he was an agent, like you said, you say, well, if the Lakers is not going to resign me as an agent, you would say, well, let's look at other options outside. And then I think the reason why he's taking that he took that deal is because I'm starting to realize LeBron is he's hungry for money. I think financially he's really destroyed because you got to remember you can't keep paying these medias to hype you up for all these years and then your money is losing because why you keep taking the max contract every team you go to is like he's not financially literate. I think he blew his money. I think that's the only reason why because if you like you say if you're 41 years old you've been in the league for 21 years you would say okay I'm financially good I could take the veteran minimum salary because I'm good because I got my money's tied up in this investment. I'm doing well here. I'm doing well here financially, so I can take that because, like I said, Robert Parrish in his last years when he was with the Chicago Bulls, he took the veteran minimum. He financially he was okay with what they was paying him. So it's kind of saying that I think that LeBron is taking all this money because he blew his money in the past 23 years. He's been in 21, 22, 23 years. He's been in NBA. I think that's what's really going on, and it's his ego. And I think he is. But if he retires, I think it's not just him, his legacy. I think he'll be broke, and that's what will come out. Because you got to think about it. Why are you keep taking max deals? Why is it that you want to prolong your stay in NBA at going on to your 40s? I don't even think it's just about Bronny. I think it's really about if he does retire, we're going to see that. Oh wow, he's really broke financially. That's why I'm going there with that.
Yeah,
well,
no doubt, homie. I feel what you're saying, man. It's just that, bro, it's all going down now. It's all going down now. The fact that he getting whipped like this in public, it lets you know that the fall is near. The fall is near, bro. Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody else in the building? Nathan, I see all
hey,
y'all in the building. What's up?
hey,
What y'all
what's
got
up,
going on?
Ticket? Hey, I was about to go at it a little bit. I was about to say about 2 years ago. I used to always say LeBron staying in the league too long. You need to retire. I said LeBron should have retired to me probably after the 2018-2019 season. Because I said if he don't retire, a whole lot of BS gonna come out about him. If he stay in the game too long, a whole lot of BS gonna come out about him.
And what's happening? He stayed around too long, and a lot of his BS is coming out about him. Now, that thing about Jeannie Buss, I'm not surprised because we all saw that they gave that guy special privileges. For one thing, they, as Tickets say, they drafted his bummy ass son. That's one big, because back in the day, for you to get an NBA, you had to be good and have good connection.
Hold
Yes, it
on, but
was
stop right there.
politics in
Stop
it.
right there, because me and Pastor we talk about this too. They they drafted his bum son, and he didn't even appreciate that.
No,
It wasn't enough. He still wanted him to be in the lineup. On the NBA lineup. He didn't want him to go to the G League. Remember, Pastor, they didn't even want that nigga to be on the road in the G League. That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah,
mm-hmm.
and to that, I mean, to have a player come in the game, bro, and play on the side of his son, I mean, on side of his pops, which there ain't nothing wrong with that. You could do that one game, but bro, send this man to the G League. He ain't ready. Y'all allow this man to stay in the league. You know what I'm saying? I
No,
respect
no, no,
that
no,
about
no, no. It was something wrong with that. He shouldn't have been in the league at all, bro.
right. I mean,
It was something wrong
I
with that. He
agree
shouldn't have
with
been in
you.
the league at all, bro.
Right. I
Gentlemen,
mean,
And
that's what I
gentlemen,
say.
he's in the
the fact that he put
he's
on the Lakers uniform, that was the worst. That was the biggest insult ever to all of Lakers history. But the Lakers went out their way and did that for LeBron, and that nigga ain't have no, like, he wasn't grateful for that. And for, like the Pastor said, Rich Paul going on podcast talking about they ain't a championship organization. Yeah, because he drafting your bum ass son.
Right. Yeah.
gentlemen,
Hey, Pastor, check
he's in
this
the
out. I live in Chicago. I came out of high school in '82. And I think in high school, I averaged about 11 points. I couldn't make all section. This dude made all McDonald's. How that happen? And I'm not saying I was a hell of a ball player, but that just shows you the different levels you had to be to get to that point, and how hard it was, and how hard you had to work to get to that point.
well, he
We
got
never
All
went.
American. He got All American. He made the Lakers because he has a good soul. Y'all forget that.
What?
That's what
What?
JJ said. That's what
What
JJ
good
said.
song? What good song got to do with it?
I listen. I'm just going up. I know
I know.
it's
I'm just
bullshit,
being.
but
I'm just going along with you.
but this is what they
Y'all,
say. He has a good show, so that's how he's in the league, and
I
that's how he
told
have
y'all
All
yesterday
American.
what's going on. That nigga's maneuvering. Hey, that nigga's, bro. I told y'all all this time. That nigga maneuvering himself to get his other son in the league, bro. I try to tell y'all this. This is the reason why he hanging around so long. He ain't gonna do for one son. He gonna do for the other.
His
That's
other son, in
right.
Arizona. His other son, in Arizona, is not even a red shirt. He's not even. He's riding the
Man, that
bench.
nigga's a bum, nigga. That nigga's a bigger bum than Bronny.
So if that's the case,
But
then
they
why
sold y'all.
all the
But they
Ball
hold on.
brothers?
But they sold y'all. They sold y'all that he was. They sold y'all that he was better than Bronny. That's what they sold y'all.
Yeah.
Bryce better than
But
Now
but
they
Bronny.
only but
ticket. Do you remember ticket? Remember the look of Rob Pelinka's face during the summer games with Bronny? You see how bad he was. They didn't. The Lakers didn't want him. Look, you remember that? That was like 2 years ago. You saw that look of Rob Pelinka's face. He's like, my God, what do we? What is this?
Mm-hmm. They gonna run his ass up out of there though. But y'all, the big thing is gonna be when it happen when this shit come down with Kawhi. See, a whole lot of information gonna either be held back when Kawhi gets punished, or it's gonna all come out. And the Lakers are gonna be tied in. Why? Because of the name I already told y'all. I don't think that people are understanding the severity of this situation. And these niggas just think I'm just coming on here just saying anything, bro. It's not like that.
A lot of people gonna be called out. A lot of
I'm trying
people.
to tell you, bro. Bro, I'm telling each and every last one of y'all, it's fit to get disgusting when that thing comes out on Kawhi. And think about this again. The Lakers and the Clippers are always going to be intertwined in this situation because of that free agency. That free agency for Kawhi is always going to intertwine these two teams. The way that whole situation went down. I don't think people really understand. And I've been trying to tell people this. You know what I'm saying? You really got to peep how this whole situation. It was three teams that was involved: the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Raptors.
And there's more
So
to it. There's more to it.
yeah, there's way more to it, nigga. You gon' like I said, when this shit come out, you fitting to see because Kawhi's gonna get the Clippers gonna get the death penalty. Trust me. And when this come out, you gonna see all the different elements, bro. And
Wow.
it's always something around this nigga LeBron James. I'm telling you, bro.
I've been saying that ain't no way in hell Adam Silver can just slap him on the wrist and
Nope.
let. I don't care how much money Ballmer got. Your league got to be greater than that, and you can't let a man run your league just because he got more money than everybody in the league. That
Pastor,
just can't be like that.
he's the overseer of the audit of the league. If
Right.
you overseeing the audit, Steve Ballmer is. If you overseeing the audit of the league, that's your position. You can't be out here fucking up under the salary cap. You the last person that could be. That's why he fighting so hard. But guess what? He ain't sued Pablo. He ain't sued. They ain't him nor Kawhi. They ain't touch Pablo. They
Hell
can't.
no.
Yeah, no, they
Pablo
didn't.
put this out here in the public. They can't do nothing. But guess what, Pastor? If you go look at Pablo's Twitter account, guess who following him? The Los
Who?
Angeles Clippers. Go look on right now on his Twitter. The
I know
Los
they do.
Angeles
I ain't
Clippers.
on Twitter.
They
I ain't on
following
Twitter, so
they
I saw
following
that. I saw that.
everything he say. And that boy
I,
got
they
deep
because
connections
they
in that
want to know what
situation.
he know. They want to know
You
what he
damn
know.
right.
And he
You
probably
damn
know it
right.
all, Ticket. He probably know it
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Just waiting on the right time for them to deny something.
He
Okay.
gonna drop their ass.
And he gonna drop that proof.
Pastor. Pablo got it. He already met with them people. Remember, they already told you the league, the attorneys is investigating wanted to meet with Pablo, and they were shocked by all the information he had. This dude
Hmm.
had 9 federal informants.
Ooh.
Wee.
Now we talking about federal informants. We ain't talking about some penny. He had 9 federal informants that
Because
contacted him that worked in that company that was
be,
cooperating with the feds.
because aspiration was under federal investigation. I was trying
Come
to
on, bro.
tell the people if aspiration is under federal investigation and Balmer's the number one giver, he's under federal investigation. No, he's
Mm-hmm.
not. No, he's not. I said, all right, I'll just sit back and watch.
Hold on, to the brother who said no, he's not, bro. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. He
Yeah.
stood up there and said the guy scammed him, but worked with the guy after that.
But
When he
see,
said the guy scammed
Hey,
him,
then he
continued
try
to
to act
work with
like
him,
he
and he
did
worked with him before. And Steve Ballmer's
ticket.
been caught up in stuff like this before, even before he came in the league, dog.
He did this at a high school level back in
Facts.
Seattle. Hey, Ticket,
Come on, bro.
remember? Hey, Ticket, this dude tried to say he didn't know nothing about aspiration until they came and approached him about
Yep.
trying to do a deal with
Facts.
Kawhi. Then you go back to 2018 and this nigga was
Got
connected to
Doc
people from
Rivers,
aspiration.
got Doc Rivers on video at the meeting in 2018
Yeah.
talking about that the
This
year
dude
before
been so
Kawhi came
connected
over
to
there.
them, bro. He in so much
but
trouble.
gentlemen, you have to remember the FBI will let you do your they investigate you for 20, 30 years. Because remember, the FBI has a 99% conviction rate. That means they never lost. So they will allow you to do your criminal activities for over 2 decades because they built in a case. That's the whole purpose. So everybody that keeps saying, "Oh, the FBI was looking at C bomb and all this," yes, they were. They do that. They anytime you do, they'll allow you to do what you got to do for 10 years, 5 years, hell, 20 years, because the point is to build a solid case, and they
Well,
never lost one.
the key is gonna be Sandberg. Remember, Sandberg have already taken the plea deal and pled guilty. He just waiting on his time. They saying he might get 25 years. So he's
Yep.
already pled guilty. The Sandberg guy. Here's the question.
Yeah,
They asked him about Steve Ballmer in that deposition, that police deposition. Now he was
Yep.
afraid to speak on Steve Ballmer that time, but I'm gonna tell you something. When them years and the reality hit that nigga, now if they come and say, look, we'll shave some of these years if you give up information. Like if you look at that situation yesterday, Pastor, I don't know if you saw the news that came up the one dude that was involved in the gambling scandal, they didn't even say his name. They said he got a 2-year sentence yesterday, based off the whole situation surrounding Terry Rozier. That's bad
Mm.
news for Terry Rozier. That a guy already pled guilty and now he got a 2-year sentence. That's
Yeah, because
bad
they
news.
don't need him. They don't need his character witness. They already got it.
Right. So that's one. So when you look at the situation with aspiration and with the Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, he have to worry about all those people on the inside and how much information they have given the federal
Mm.
authorities and how much information the federal authorities are, because they're not going to come for Steve Ballmer until they have everything to convict the guy with that much money.
Yep. The
Hmm.
feds don't come. When they come, they asking you questions they already know the answers to. They just
yeah.
checking to see if you're gonna be real about it.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
my
That's
ad
how they
that
work.
my ad also to you guys. We Chauncey been quiet for a couple of months now.
Well, hold on. Let me say this to y'all. Let me put this out here to y'all. Pastor, I'm put this out here to y'all.
Uh huh.
Because it's been quiet from this situation too. And I know everybody's noticed it because nobody's talked about it.
Hmm.
Right.
Remember that report that came out that said that they was also took the phone records and the other Lakers staff as well.
Yeah.
And notice how the Lakers are coming out basically separating themselves. This article is basically showing their disdain with LeBron James and all this stuff that's going on. Bro, we're gonna find out, or they may not put it out there in the public. They don't want to air the dirty laundry. But it's a lot of shit that's been going on behind the scenes. And when you get text messages, remember, Pastor, it ain't just one way text messages. Text messages are two ways. So when you got
Yep.
to get with the phone, it's contacts in there that could be through agents, through other people. Bro, it's a lot of stuff that's at risk right here, bro. A
Oh yeah.
lot of stuff, bro.
I
So
agree.
you're right. Adam Silver gonna have to stand on this because if they come back and Pablo has the information, I'm gonna tell you something. If they try to do anything funny, I believe Pablo's gonna drop everything because, and I'm talking about everything he's got because that's gonna be Pablo's reputation right there. So if
But
the league
Hmm.
Tio,
come with funny business, expect Pablo to drop all the information he got to the general public. If they
right?
come
And
with any funny business,
A show. I mean, and think about a ticket. It's just like this. You know, the Pablo know everything that's going on. See, everything you talking about already transpired. See, what they doing is they trying to paint a different picture. But oh boy, I already know the scoop and the information how everything gonna walk out. You see what I'm saying? See, like you said, they went into LeBron and them camp phone, right, with the gambling situation. They already know the outcome of the situation. Just like you said, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Soon this season over with, it ain't gonna be about free agency. It's gonna be about the investigation into this Clippers because, like you say, with Steve Bo, see all that stuff tied with the Lake because you got to think about it. They was in the battle. I mean, it was somebody I don't know. I think it was you, Tiki, when they were trying to build that stadium, right? All that stuff is trying to tear down the Lakers organization, in which they already know this. That's why the Lakers separate away from
well,
LeBron, right?
listen, I don't think it was about. Listen, I don't think it was about the Clippers necessarily. Uh, what they were doing was they were in competition, and when you're rich like that and you're in competition and you got that much money, you're willing to do whatever you got to do to win. And so they're in a situation where this thing got legal now, because you got the feds on this shit. This ain't no NBA shit. See, this is the reason why the NBA is on a very strict situation, and they have to do a thorough investigation. People saying, why don't they already come out, bro? They have to dot their I's and cross every T in this situation because once again, the feds is all over the NBA. Not only for this, for all the gambling stuff, for everything that went down, that they didn't report all this stuff to the feds, like the UFC did, like Major League Baseball did. The NBA tried to keep this shit under wraps, but the feds was on their ass. So now with this other situation, there's no way, especially with there's a reason why Pablo is publicizing all this shit. You think you think Pablo just got this information? No. Somebody had to give him this information that wants to expose Kawhi, wants to expose Steve Ballmer, wants to expose the Clippers
Mm-hmm.
organization, what
Facts.
happened. So
Yeah.
Facts.
I agree
this
with you.
ain't
I
just
agree with you.
Pablo. This ain't Pablo doing great investigation. This was somebody who knew that Pablo was brave enough to bring this shit to the forefront. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of other journalists are bought and paid for, and them niggas would have never brought this shit to the forefront. So you have to pick and choose the people who you. So them putting this in Pablo's hands. Pablo knows it's at risk. Pablo
Right.
got his whole career at risk. You think that nigga gonna risk his whole career? Pablo got his whole career at risk on this situation.
But
So
ESPN
that's
And
used to
the
why
break
but
you
back
don't
in the
see,
day.
bro. That's
But
why
on
you
ES,
top
don't
of
see
that
him with
too, though, Tiki, they
ESPN
yeah.
used to break that
but
back
they
in the
ran
day.
a lot of reporters from when LeBron kept got to LA. A lot of reporters who used to report for the Lakers, bro, they switched up. A lot of them got out of the media, like just local report people. But I've been watching Lakers for a long time, just with other people. It's a lot of people who was around the team that either branched off and went somewhere else and did other things. What I'm saying is all this stuff that's coming out, all this because of LeBron.
Well, I ain't gonna say it's all because of LeBron. Because listen, this is because Steve Ballmer, and it's not Steve Ballmer's not because of LeBron what he did. Steve Ballmer did what he did because he wanted to beat the Lakers. Period.
Well,
This is the
well,
whole reason
Tiki,
why Jerry West. Hold on. This is the whole reason why Jerry West and the Lakers had extreme beef. because Jerry West had then went with the Clippers, the Lakers' arch enemy, saying F the Lakers. Remember, all this shit came out in that Johnny Wilkes lawsuit where the private messages were saying, and they revealed this. This is in the papers. This is in the LA Times, where it said that he was like, F the Lakers, we're going to do this. And they was like, F the Lakers. So the Lakers, you better believe they got private investigators and people that see what's going on. Pastor, these people know the level that these NBA teams and these people can get to investigate shit? Jeannie Buss probably had people private investigating the whole situation. They
Absolutely.
probably knew everything that was going down, bro. Y'all gotta understand. They do the
Absolutely.
same thing for players when they come to the league. So you think they don't know what the hell's going on? These people got people investigating each other on teams. Excuse me, other teams. So the Lakers, Jeannie can go get a private investigator, go see what's going on with the Clippers, what they doing, what happened with Kawhi.
Oh,
Boom.
I think 100%
And let
with
me
you.
hey,
But
let
here's
me
the
say
thing.
this.
But
Let me say
let's just
this.
say one thing. Let's say one thing. But Kawhi, I mean, take it. Here's the thing. This is the problem with the Lakers and with the Clippers. They didn't need to do all that stuff because the Clippers had SG, and they could have built around him. And he's a superstar. Now he's in Oklahoma with the championship ring. The Lakers, they was rebuilding after Kobe. They didn't remember it's their brand is bigger than the players, so they didn't need the Clippers didn't need Kawhi, and the Lakers didn't really need
No,
LeBron.
no, no, no,
And
no,
they
no.
just
That's
stayed.
false.
You
The
missing the
Clippers, hold
point.
on.
You missing the point.
The Clippers needed, hold on. The Clippers needed Kawhi because the
Right.
Lakers was one of the teams that was gonna get him. So that was realistic. So if the Lakers, let me tell you something. If the Lakers would
Well,
have did everything Kawhi wanted him to do, he'd have been over there playing with him.
Yeah.
He would have been over there playing with him.
Yeah, that was their number one target.
Hey, let me say this.
Period.
Let me say
So
this.
so go ahead, Pastor.
I do real quick because I don't want to forget this point. Because one of the brothers brought up saying that wait till the season over. Oh no 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 no. They just waiting to get past the money time. See, there's a ton of money made for the NBA during the All Star game, and remember it's in LA this year, so they didn't want that to be affected. Oh, a lot of this is gonna come out right after the All Star game.
Yeah,
Watch.
yeah, yeah.
A lot of this
That
coming
would have
out. They're not
destroyed it.
waiting till the
Right,
end of the
Pastor.
season.
You're right, Pastor. You're right. That would have killed All Star Week. There was no way they could, because remember that is Steve Ballmer's arena that they're having the
Yep.
game in. So you can't
Yep.
just change venues like that. So they're gonna
Nope.
get through the All Star game, and
Yep.
then the bomb is gonna drop. Once they
Then
get
the
through the
bomb
All
is
Star
gonna
game,
drop.
the bomb's gonna drop, and y'all really, because everybody keeps saying why they don't do it now. That would be a dumb business move by the NBA, because where they
Yeah,
gonna put All
they would
Star
lose
Weekend? That would
hundreds
destroy
of. They would lose a lot of money. A lot of
a
money.
lot of money. You could, because you can't.
All Star Weekend,
Right.
they make a ton of money, y'all. They make a ton of money All Star
Right,
Weekend.
right. People made their reservations already in advance. You had all this stuff. They set this stuff up like next year's All Star game. They set that up now.
Oh, they
So
got All Star games picked already for the next 5 years, so we know they're
right,
gonna be. So people
right.
making plans now.
Right. So it's hard to go get a venue at the last minute before the end of the season, change everything, change a little. Nah, they not finna do that. They finna hit these niggas as soon as the All Star. And Steve Ballmer know it. He know he finna get hit. He know that. They all know. Them niggas all know they finna get hit, bro. They all finna get hit. That's why I told y'all all this shit y'all seeing now with the Kawhi and them winning these games. That shit don't mean nothing. That nigga finna get stripped down in front of the world. The only thing is that it's other people I believe that's gonna get hit. Doc Rivers, I believe, may end up getting hit off this shit, based off the fact they got you in interviews with aspiration a year before Kawhi came. What was you doing over there? And you and your wife, your ex-wife, investing in that company. So all these are real legit questions that are going to be answered. You better believe they're going to do investigation all the way across the board, questions all the way across the board. So they're going to have a lot of answers, because remember, the feds are getting these answers too. So this is real shit, man. This is real stuff that's
Yeah,
going on,
no
bro.
doubt,
You got to
no
understand.
doubt.
but
People
I
going to
agree. I
people going
agree.
to prison. Chauncey Billups is facing life in prison, y'all.
Mm,
Off the situation he's going in. He's facing 60 years, bro.
mm.
Terry Rozier facing 40 years.
Oh my
Damon Jones
God.
facing 60 years, bro. They're not playing with these cats, man. You talking about Fed time? So when everybody keeps saying, "Oh, well, he rich, he not gonna do nothing," bro, they just took down Sam Bankman-Fried from the FTX scandal with the Miami Heat. They took that mofo doing 25 in prison right now. He's a billionaire. So cut it out.
You know, crazy thing, ticket. When you even when you do Fed time, there's no shaving. So even if you're in jail waiting for trial, there's no shaving. You gonna do 40. You really gonna do 40. It's not like how the state is like, oh, well, now that you incarcerated during the trial, you're
Well,
gonna shave a couple of years off.
the only way that, like Sandberg, he played guilty to himself. But the only way, he's gonna look at how much time they're gonna give him. Now he's up there in age. You got to ask yourself, do he want to do 25? These are real legit questions people got to ask themselves. Do you think that man want to do 25 in the banger?
No, he don't.
So at the end of the day, he got a family, he got people, bro. And then Steve Ballmer, this is his dumbass did. He threw the man under the bus on TV and said he conned me. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
now that you did that, now that man may say, "Oh, I conned you." Oh, okay. Let me shave some of these years down. I got some more stuff to talk about. And then
Well,
guess
that
what
was it.
happens? Guess
That
what
was the.
happens? Go ahead, Pastor.
I was saying that was the play, but the problem is Pablo got all the information and Pablo proved no, no, no. You had a relationship with this man here. You had a relationship with this man here. All of this
Facts.
was way before that. So they waiting on people to put their own foot in their own mouth because what do they tell you? As soon as they arrest you, what do they tell you? Anything you
Yep.
say can and
It,
will be used against you in
it,
a court of law. That's what's
fact.
killing these dudes. They letting them lie and manipulate, trying to get out when they already got all the evidence.
Bro,
And it's
Pastor, let me
going to
say
be
this to
open
you.
and shut.
Let me put this in your brain, Pastor. This is the reason why, if you notice, every single time Pablo's come up with an update, Kawhi didn't play the next game. They don't want him facing. What happens when you don't play the game? You don't have to face the media. So
Nope.
Kawhi, that next game, remember that he put out that last report, and the next game Kawhi was supposed to play was in Toronto. All of a sudden, he can't play no more. He's gone home. But they sent him home for the rest of the little 3-game road trip, right? But now he's gonna
Hmm.
play tonight against the Lakers. Now that that's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, claiming his knee
Come
is
on,
healthy
man.
now.
Cut it out, man. We know what's going on. They don't want these dudes talking to the media anymore. You're not gonna see Kawhi or Steve Ballmer doing no more interviews, y'all.
Mm. My.
So who we honestly I kind of have to be real. I really really miss the original commissioner David Stern. Like I know he passed away, but my God, ever since Adam Silver got charged, it's just been a shit show. Like it's been like a circus for the past over 10 years. Like I don't know who was the other person in that was running for the position, but they should have chose the other individual because this is it's a shit show. It's
It was
like
Steve Jackson, I believe.
I think Sue Jackson would have been
I
a
think they
better
wanted
candidate.
Steve Jackson to be,
He would have
if
been a
I'm
better
not
candidate
mistaken. Yeah.
because you're not supposed to be liked. If that's the case, if you want people to like you, then there's no need to be a commissioner, a boss, a CEO, or anything. Because this is what happens. Oh, you know what? I want people to like me, so I'm gonna let my employees do what they want to do because I want to be liked. And what's the purpose of
That's
you being a
hold on
CEO?
1 second.
What's the purpose of being?
To my brother, hold on, to Atlantean. You keep saying that he's not gonna remove him. You don't understand how this gonna work. It's not gonna be a flat out, I'm gonna kick your ass out. It's gonna be one of those situations where he mutually agree to step away, and they're gonna pull something to where he's gonna step away from the team. To where it's not outright, because they got too much shithead going on with the Clippers. It's gonna be something where he steps away, he comes out and says, look, in the aftermath, I'm gonna step away from the team, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a good look for the league, blah, blah, blah. He gonna step away. Watch what I tell you. They're gonna
Yeah, he
And
gonna,
that ain't that what the guy in Phoenix did?
yeah.
Yeah, he gonna step away for a year or
That's
two.
them telling them. That's them telling them, hey, bro, look, you don't mess up. The owner's gonna come to him and say, bro, you gotta step off, bro. I'm sorry, man. We ain't gonna make you look bad and just kick you in your ass. And you can still maybe make money off the arena, so the Clippers ain't gotta leave the arena. But you gonna have to walk away, and it's gonna look like your name ain't on this shit no more, bro. Like real talk, he gonna have to. He's literally gonna have to walk away from this after this situation, bro, because the feds are involved. Because what happens, Pastor, if once again the NBA comes like they did with Terry Rozier and say, "Oh no, nah, we don't see nothing guilty," and then the feds come with charges.
Man, it's crazy.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Terry. That's why the feds was on the NBA ass. They said, "How did you let this do?" And then remember when Adam Silver came out and was like, "Oh, we don't got all the technology or we're not privy to all of the access that the feds have, and we can only check a phone and do this." Man, come on, man.
Use
Remember
access
he
to
said that in the
enough.
interview.
Yeah, I remember that. You had access to enough. You just
Come
tried
on,
to
bro.
ignore it, and we're not gonna
Right,
let you ignore it.
right. See what I'm
We're
saying?
not gonna let you ignore it.
Right. And so, Pastor, this all ties into the situation with Trump. Remember, who came and opened their damn mouth when Trump was going into it with Steph Curry, when Steph Curry said they didn't want to go to the White House? That bitch ass nigga LeBron James. What he did? Oh, yeah, nigga, shut up, you bum. Didn't he tell you? Now, guess what? Trump got reelected, and now he on all their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Think
Well,
about this.
Trump on a that book on a mission.
Trump sent them to go after the NBA. He sent them to go after the NBA.
Yeah.
Pascal, his guy, and Pascal went up there personally when they went and arrested them NBA players. So you don't think this thing goes into that? And then guess what, Pastor? LeBron still ain't off the hook. There's still more stuff going on with him with that whole investigation that's going on right now surrounding the gambling situation with how much he knew about Damon
Right.
Jones. Now, what do you, Damon Jones? We know he's a squeal. What the hell you think he gonna do?
Oh,
He
he
gonna
looked like
squeal. He
somebody's
gonna do what he gotta do to
Come on
save
girlfriend.
now.
himself. He gonna do
Yeah.
whatever he gotta do to save himself.
Yep. Mm.
It's a sad
One
situation,
thing
man.
I can say about Jordan, he was smart. He never got into that politics.
Man, Damon
He-
Jones a
he-
squeal. What you think Damon Jones gonna do, Pastor? When they go in
oh,
there and say, "Hey, man, you facing 60, or you know what I'm saying, you give us everything," you know what I'm saying? And see, I'm gonna tell you something, Pastor. Here's the thing: LeBron James
Yeah, I
may
think it's
not.
gonna be a lot of information come
Check
out,
this
man.
out.
A
Check this out,
lot
Pastor.
of it come out.
he gonna
I'm gonna
sing
tell
like
you,
Usher.
Pastor. I'm gonna tell you.
He
I'm
gonna
gonna, hold
sing
on.
like Usher.
I'm gonna tell y'all how they can get LeBron. I'm gonna tell y'all how LeBron James gets in trouble.
I'm reading stuff
If
in the
he,
chat now. Getting
Pastor,
caught up on this chat room.
if he knew anything
Y'all
about
go ahead
that,
and
Pastor,
cook.
if he knew anything about that, he's done. LeBron James. If he knew and didn't say nothing, he's done.
Yeah,
He's done.
because people turning against him already.
Somebody I'm looking here and somebody in chat talking about what Ticket gonna do when that he ends up being the owner of the team. I'm just telling you, there ain't no way they're gonna be able to let him stay the owner. It's just not. It would literally give the other 29 teams a free pass to circumvent the cap any way they see fit. It's just not going to be possible. It's just not
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to be
Hey,
possible.
Pastor, and the Toronto Raptors
And
gonna file a lawsuit.
I agree with Ticket. They're going, they may not try to embarrass the man and all that, but he got greater problems to worry about. Because if they're being
Mhm.
investigated by the feds for money laundering or whatever it is that he was doing through aspiration, he got greater stuff to worry about. People think, well, he's got money. Some stuff your money can buy. You can buy a lot of justice for money, but sometimes when you cross certain lines, your money can't do nothing for you. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
I'm
Toronto
I'm
Raptors
very
they're gonna file a
interested to see
lawsuit.
how this
Watch.
playing out. I knew nothing was gonna happen until after the All-Star game because they gonna get that money. The NBA is not gonna lose the money they
Yeah,
got coming on the
it just
All-Star game.
it's all about who Steve Ballmer, who he rubbing his hands with. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, you don't know who, he rich, but it depends because, like you say, they could kind of sweep it under the rug and just tell him to go home, keep
Yeah.
him out the team for a couple of years, or they could just
And let
embarrass,
me let me
you
help some of
know.
these people so they can understand how stuff used to be. Like, because I think some of y'all might remember Gilbert Arenas did a thing, and he talked about when he went to Golden State and he was trying to sign a contract, and they gave him a $5 million house. Well, y'all do understand they didn't give him the house to put in his name and keep. He got
Right.
to live in that house as long as he was playing for them. There's a difference from that than what Kawhi want. Kawhi, he want the property turned over in his name. He's taking it as an asset. So that is a benefit. So to sit here and say that it's been going on, this ain't new. Yes, it is. Because every team is not doing it. The majority of teams ain't doing this because they understand the ramifications of circumventing this cap. They do. And if they get caught, and it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. But when you're a guy like Ballmer, you got all the money in the world, and this is your MO. You did this on a high school level. Y'all go back and look at the reports. Ballmer literally did this type of stuff for a darn high school to win games in basketball. So you don't think he's gonna do this for his pro team? And then he just got connected with the right people. Jerry West, who was pissed at the Lakers, and then you get with the right player, Kawhi Leonard. This is the end result of it. So no, I agree. I think the death penalty gonna become. I think they don't have any choice but to put the death penalty on the Clippers. Anything other than that, I don't know
Second
how you
offense, Pastor.
justify it. I
This the
don't.
second offense too. Remember, he already did the DeAndre Jordan situation and got a slap on the wrist.
Yep.
The Raptors gonna sue his ass.
Yeah,
Watch. Soon as this come out, the
yeah.
Toronto Raptors gonna sue the Clippers because remember, Pastor, that means
Y'all
they
cook. Y'all go ahead
illegally
and cook.
lost. They illegally lost Kawhi Leonard because if they would have did it correctly, it would have been a sign and trade with Kawhi Leonard. They would have got assets in return, and Kawhi would have got all the money he wanted in a sign and trade. But because if they get found guilty, which they will,
Yeah, I'm kind of
because
looking
they
at
did
this.
it
I
because they
didn't
did
have
it
access to
illegally,
the
Toronto
chat
Raptors gonna sue
at the
their ass.
beginning. I
Watch.
kind of want to see what the chat in here talking about.
Well, they ain't talking about nothing, Pastor. They ain't talking
Minnesota
about
got caught, but it wasn't on this same level. And here's the thing: Minnesota never got a chance to execute it because they had a disgruntled agent, and he revealed it through the emails. And they actually had signed contract, dumb stuff behind the scenes. But Joe Smith never got this money. Kawhi Leonard done collected this money for years, and they have proof that he's gotten this money. So it is. This is different than the Joe Smith thing. This is way different than the Joe Smith thing. But look at all what they did with that, with the taking of the canceling the contract, taking away the picks, all man, it's gonna be way worse than that. Because this is a way worse situation. It really is. It's a way worse situation in my opinion. Way worse. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Way worse situation. I'm gonna be cooking on this later today. I'm gonna go to Showtime channel. I'm gonna be on there. We do our little afternoon thing. I'm gonna be cooking on this LeBron James Genie Bus situation. We're gonna talk about this, I'm sure. We're gonna talk about it all. It's just a lot going on in the NBA, man. It's just and these same names keep coming up. I get what Ticket's saying. All this stuff is tied. All this stuff is tied. Your name constantly come up. Your name constantly come up. LeBron James' name is always tied to this stuff, man. And again, it's always the somebody throwing a rock, but we hide in the hands situation. Where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. Where there's smoke, there's
That's true.
fire. So
Pastor, think
we're
about
going.
this.
I can't wait because I know that once the platform's removed and
Hmm.
that power is gone, which is really gone now, folk are gonna tell it all. Folk are gonna tell it all. There's so much people done held back because they were afraid of losing their job, afraid of being this, and hey, when there's no more power there, and then you don't have the control over that stuff, people gonna say what they need to say. So I think
Well,
this power move by the Lakers was great. This was better than what I suggested. I suggested that the owner just send LeBron James home for not shutting up his agent, make him sit at home and collect his money and not give him the platform. But this was even better, having the Bus family come out and throw Genie under the bus, which they think, but really what they doing is they using the Bus family this dysfunctionality to throw LeBron James, to put LeBron James information out there and let every to confirm what most people already know about LeBron James and Clutch. That's really what they're doing. The Bus family problems is a smokescreen to get this information out. That's all it is. That's all it is,
facts.
man.
Yeah. See, that's what I was finna say. I mean, this right here been going on for a while, and I think they knew they was gonna sell a team anyway. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think bringing LeBron in maybe could help keep bring the popularity, keep it going until they decide to sell a team.
yeah,
But him being the player that he is, bringing his antics to the team, you know, when you looked at the Lakers, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Over the last probably 6 years, probably 5 years, they don't have no team chemistry. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
that's the problem.
And
You know what I'm saying?
that's because their so-called star player has a total different agenda than actually winning. That's
Facts.
why he has a
Yeah,
total different agenda than actually winning, and he's shown that on many, many, many different occasions. And you know, I think about this situation, man, and I think it's just really sad that this era of basketball has turned out to be what it is. You know,
yeah, me too,
the
Pastor.
cheat the system era, the skirt duck the smoke era. I mean, whatever you want to call it, it's like we want to find the easiest, most convenient way to do what we got to do, but then at the same time, we want to maximize the profits we get from it. See, there used to be a time when a guy cared about earning his money. This is why all the guys back then played 82 games, 81 games. They barely missed games because they wanted to earn their money and they didn't want to lose their spot. Today, I want to actually get paid for 82 games. Like this is the stuff the players actually say. I want to get paid for 82 games, but I really only want to pay 60. So keep the pay the same, but let's take the games down to 60 or 65.
Right.
Which would totally change like records, every single thing. Change the
Because,
arenas, change schedules, all that. They don't care about that. Pay us more money to do way less work, and then the work we doing, the effort and the integrity and honesty and the grind and the passion that's supposed to come with it, they don't got it. They just gonna figure out a way to cut the competition out. They're gonna figure out a way to cut around this corner, and it just, you know, it's just really sad, man. It's really sad. And Adam Silver is the one. This is going down on you listening now. You got your people. This is going down on your watch, Adam Silver. This is your NBA. You can't blame any of this on David Stern. This is what you trying to curtail to these players all the time have turned the league into just a cesspool of cheaters. That's it. It's worse than the baseball scandal. You know what I mean? It's worse than that.
Yeah, but
What's gonna come out, bro? What's
and
gonna
to
come
your
out is worse
point,
than that.
and when you have everybody want a superstar on their team as an organization, I think that type of narrative, killed the true essence of hard work. People ain't really building teams. They focus on trying to get the number one pick, get the best player. And what I'm saying is this:
Best players.
yeah, right. They water down the
Yes.
game so much to everybody feel entitled. The players
Yeah.
more entitled. They're getting paid to play 60 games. 80 games, but they're only playing 60 games. So, it's just like I'm gonna kind of use it as the NFL. The running back position, is not valued the same what it was, 15, 20 years ago. So,
No.
you got to change. They got to make some rules for the NBA to where players are not getting overpaid. See, the standard is so low that people could just walk into the league and just think they could come up in there and actually know how to hoop. You got street players, they feel like they can just walk in there and do it. And you making millions. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think my opinion, why the league is more, why, Adam Silver is a bad commissioner, because he watered down the league trying to compete with these superstars and give everybody a chance to get us a number one pick. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion.
No, I get your opinion on that. And I get your thought, and it is extremely watered down. I mean, back in the day, you would never see some street baller go out here and just cook an NBA player. It would never happen. But nowadays, you got these one-on-one players. They go out here and cook some of these NBA players. Guys that just retired a year or two ago go out here and get cooked by street ball players, bro. That stuff
Yeah.
is sad, man. That stuff is just straight up sad. And it's just, again, it's one brother in there said it. It's the watered down a corner cut league. You cut corners, you take shortcuts, and you watered it down. And this is the end result of it. And man, I'm trying to remember this dude's podcast. He does a really good job of breaking this stuff down. He talked about how the mentality, like you see Shea Gilchrist, right? He's an MVP of the league, MVP of the finals. He's a champion, right? Who's his favorite player? Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
He
right.
followed Kobe. He got that mentality. But then you'll get a guy like Luca who will come in and put up numbers and entertain the people with long threes and fancy passes and all this kind of stuff. But he can't get over the hump. He can't win. And he don't play defense. Well, who's his favorite player? Well, LeBron James has been his favorite player because he said, I grew up watching LeBron James. I'm my favorite player. But the difference is the two different mindsets. You got one watching a guy like Kobe and adapting his mind to the mindset Kobe had to win at all costs. Then you got another watching LeBron, and he's adapting his mind, and this is why you see Luca go out there and play like LeBron, and you see Shea Gilchrist go out there and play like Kobe. Oh, he don't play like Kobe. Hey, go pull up Kobe and Shea. So you got to put in Kobe versus Shea. Or Kobe Shea highlights like Kobe. Put that in. You will see the same moves Kobe Bryant was doing. Shea Gilchrist doing them same moves now, and he out there killing the league. And that's why the people on this team follow him, because he's got that killer mentality. And this is why people don't want to follow guys like Luca and Trey Young and Ja, because they would rather be like LeBron. They would rather have that type of mentality. And everybody's about building up their brand. These good dudes actually think they brand. They wouldn't have a brand if it wasn't for the NBA giving them a platform, right? They think their brand is bigger than the thing that's actually giving them the opportunity to have a brand.
Right.
That's really sad.
Or the people. Now, don't
Yeah,
forget that people before them gave them a chance to make this money that they making now.
Yeah, I mean the fans, man,
absolutely.
they don't care about the fans no more, bro. People
No.
was,
Now, how
you
about you
know,
work? How about you work at AutoZone, Booker? I'm talking about somebody in the chat now, y'all.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
coming here
I get, yeah.
trolling. I don't forget I got a wrench. I'll put your ass in timeout. You troll too much, I'll block your ass. I ain't got time for the time I don't know basketball. You work at AutoZone. Well, now you
I
go to
know
auto. You
all
got
of
time now. When you since you're timed out, you probably need something on your ragged ass car. So go to AutoZone and get it.
Yeah,
Since
I
I'm
mean,
at
a working
AutoZone,
man is a working man. I mean, I
yeah,
don't
I
understand what's
wouldn't
wrong
be
with
I
people,
wouldn't be embarrassed to work at
man.
AutoZone at all. I would
Me
work
either.
there all day.
Hey, man, hey, what you say?
People
A
be telling
job
me, and the
is a
person, and it's
job,
probably funny.
baby.
The person saying it probably ain't even got no job. Booker probably living in his grandmama basement, smoking weed and playing video games all day.
Right,
Sad,
right.
bro. Sad. Bookers ain't got nothing else better to do than troll. We having basketball conversation. You want to come over here trolling, acting a fool. So come on. Now I'm in the chat. Now I can see.
Right.
Now I can
He
see.
try to not to just talk about LeBron all the time and just try to talk about the league.
It's
They
sad
want
though
it
because
very
all this stuff
attracted
is
to that
tied to
type
him
of,
though. You know what I
yeah,
mean, my brother? Everything tied. His name keep
yeah, I
coming
know.
up. He's connected to all this
Right.
stuff, man.
And it's sad, man. And like I say, man, you can't even watch the game with harmony or look at people teams who run in different schemes and they got their own sets like youth basketball used to do. Certain teams run certain stuff. Now everybody look the same. You can't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
They just shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it's hard to follow, just, every team and be like, okay, well, the Pistons might be good this year, which they doing good, but it's a lot of good talent out there that the NBA really be trying to, use the media to own. Like LeBron, he's still 43 years old. They talk about this man. You get what I'm
41, yeah.
saying? And
Mm.
it's 20-year-old players out here who's killing. You know what I'm saying? And carrying their team to the playoffs. But the storyline is what's going on with him, and he need to trade for another player to help him get another championship. People tired of hearing it.
Uh-huh. That guy I was thinking about, I was watching this show. He's called The Man Down Sports. I don't know if y'all been over there watching the
Yeah,
stuff.
I know what you're
Yeah, I
talking
mean,
about.
look over there and
Yeah, I know
support
you're talking about.
that dude, man. He was breaking it. I listened to him, and he broke down like what really happened in Golden State and how Curry and Draymond and them been the snakes and how these guys when it was time for them to start winning, the young guys made all the money, and the older guys, when they were past their prime, they had already made some money. They went to the bench, even though they could have started for other teams. They decided to go to the bench and sacrifice and teach the young guys how to do it and be there to support them by making less money. He said then when it came time for Curry and them to do it, him, Draymond, all them to do it, they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to sacrifice the money to bring them. So this is why you got a 37-year-old making 59 million. You got a 36-year-old making 52 million, and you got a 35-year-old making 25 million. And the
Right,
young guys is in shambles because you had Wiseman, you got Moody, you got Kaminga all tied up right now. You see what I'm saying? You brought Wiggins in, you brought in D'Lo. He went through everybody, bro. Gary Payton the third, all these dudes that should have been in position to make more money, and these guys go to the bench like Draymond. These guys like Clay, when you could clearly see that Wiggins and what's his name, Jordan Poole was along with Steph. Now everybody knows Steph did his thing, but Wiggins and Jordan Poole were the ones that helped them get over to the top and win. They should have been in line to develop and go, and these older dudes didn't want to do it. So this is why you bust a guy in the face and knock him out and run a KD off. It just he said Golden State just trash, bro. And I was like, this dude does a very good job of analyzing and breaking this stuff down so people can understand the level it's at and how dirty it is behind the scenes, especially in this era. This is probably the most selfish, greediest era I have ever watched, bro. And these dudes never cared really about winning. They never did. All they cared about was their brand and them looking good. And he said, Steph, he ain't no different because Steph won't step up and speak when he needs to. He won't defend for when need to be defended. He won't sacrifice when it's time to sacrifice for them to keep winning. Imagine what Golden State could do if Steph wasn't making $59 million. and
Facts.
he's 37 years old.
But
Who
you
he
know what? You
deserves
know
it. It
what
ain't
though,
got nothing to.
Pastor.
Uh
You know what though? I
huh.
wouldn't mind Steph getting the money because Steph plays. When he out there, he put out the effort.
I
Now I
understand.
wouldn't mind paying Steph. Now Draymond and all them other now that's a different story. But I agree with you. They had a young talent to come up behind them to carry the torch.
Yep.
But all of them can't make the money.
Well, and again, this dude, if you go watch his video about that, I think it came out last night, like Warriors might be snake bitten and all that. I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now. Oh, no, that's the new one coming out. I'm telling you, the dude broke it down really good. And he really did. I love the way he broke it down. And he
Yeah.
showed what it used to be. When the
Right.
players got
Oh
over
yeah.
30, they knew it's time for us to scale it back. Even though we could still be starters, this, and that, it's time for us to scale it back. Not only financially, we got to give up the money, but we got to give it the minutes. So that our team, even though we won chips already and we want to keep winning them, we got to develop these young guys. And this is their time to shine and their time to get paid. But if we taking all the money, how they gonna get it? And again, I understand Steph making that money. I would say the same with Clay, Draymond, all these other dudes need to take less. But even Steph though, because the greats are the greats. You can go to Michael Jordan, you can go to Dirk Nowitzki, you got Tim Duncan. I can keep going on and on naming them. Even when they were still the best players on their team, helping lead the chips, they were taking less money. Why? Because they
Yeah.
get the advertising dollar. They getting all kind of money outside. They weren't greedy, and they knew for us to do it and fit up under this cap, I got to take less money. I can't eat up 35% of the salary cap and expect us to be competitive. And they wanted to win so bad that they wasn't going to be in that situation. The guys that were selfish, they stayed on their teams and they took all the money and they never got better. They get out there and compete and get their butt whooped every playoff, but because they were so greedy and they took all the money, they were never able to win chips. And that's just how it used to be. And I think
Well,
that brother over there at Man Down Sports, I don't know his name, but that brother did good. If you ain't
yeah.
subscribed, you should go subscribe to his channel. He
Oh
he
yeah.
he
I'm just
he
saying,
really
but
do good.
Hey Pastor, can I give you just a little not that much pushback, just a little bit, just a
No,
tiny
go
little
ahead.
bit.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's a difference. Now, Michael Jordan, now he got his maximum towards the end of his career. But the reason why was because he was always the below 20th player paid in the league all them
I'm,
years when he was the best player in the league.
I remember.
So that was the only exception of megastar player really got the maximum money at the end of their career. But the thing about Mike also, he developed the players that was on his team. Because Scottie
Absolutely.
Pippen wasn't no superstar when he came to the Bulls.
Mm-mm.
Horace Grant wasn't no star when he came to the Bulls. Mike developed them boys.
No doubt. And that's the drive and the passion of leaders that will happen. And that's you sacrificing. See, how you think they gonna not listen to Mike Jordan when they know I make more money than him, but he out here killing the whole league. He's the best player in the league, but he sacrificed that part of it so I can have the money I need so we can win. It's strictly
Right,
for winning. See, these guys today ain't gonna do it. And don't get me wrong, with Curry, I understand it, y'all, because remember Curry's second contract because of the ankle and injuries all he had. He didn't get no big contract that second
right,
one. So he
right,
got time to make it up. But I'm saying is these other guys are selfish, like Draymond too, that
right.
ran off Kevin Durant. Why? Because he wanted to get paid. Then he ran off Jordan Poole. Why? Because he wanted to get paid. If these do, they were literally holding up Draymond's negotiation both times because they wanted to see what Jordan Poole and what Kevin Durant were going to do. And
Now,
Draymond
they
knew that and
already
went and
paid Jordan
literally
Poole,
created
remember?
drama to get these dudes off the team so he can get his money. And what did they do? They paid Jordan Poole, but they never had to pay a dime. Why? Because they gave him his money and then shipped him away to let somebody
Right,
else pay him.
exactly.
KD, what did they do? They had the audacity to let this man be run away. They ain't gonna do nothing to chastise Draymond. They ain't gonna police it. They ain't gonna do nothing. So KD leaves. Then you come back. You play KD, right? You don't defend him. You don't do nothing and stop Draymond. Draymond got on there and literally said on the thing, "I ain't apologizing. I ain't gonna apologize. If I apologize because you told me to, it wouldn't be worth nothing anyway." I'm like, what, bro? You can actually be told to apologize and still mean it sincerely with your apology.
Right.
But that dude did that, bro, and then Kevin Durant ended up leaving, right? And then the Golden State Warriors had the audacity to go to Kevin and say, "Hey, look, help us out. Let us do a sign and trade so we can get something back for you. You didn't give up nothing to get him. Here's the thing: you didn't give up nothing to give him. It'd be different if he was a draft pick or you gave up 2 or 3 picks to get him. You gave up nothing. Remember, he walked on to you as a free agent when that money got boosted so high in the salary cap. And Stephen was on lower contract, so they had enough salary cap room to pay him. That's the only reason he was able to come there. But you didn't pay, you didn't give up nothing to get him. But now you need something in return, which again was a great move by Bob Myers because that ended up being D'Lo, and D'Lo ended up turning it into Wiggins, and Wiggins ended up helping you win a chip. It's crazy, man, what stuff these organizations and teams will do, and they're always gonna tell you, well, we gotta do what's best for the team. Well, how about satisfying me? Ain't that one of the things that's best for the team?
Correct.
And they don't think about the players like that. So this is why I'm an advocate for players get your money. But when you on a trajectory like Steph Curry, LeBron, all these people that really claim they want to win chips, there's a level that you're gonna have to go to because of the salary cap, and you're gonna have to sacrifice to get it. And most of these dudes are not willing to do it at all. They are not. They want every single red stinking penny. They do. And then the one person said something earlier about LeBron James, the money situation bad. No, it's not, sir. LeBron James is too much of a narcissist to mismanage his funds. You don't become a billionaire from mismanaging funds. So I don't believe in one shape or other that LeBron got money problems. What a lot of folk do, they got money like that, they don't want to spend their money. See, LeBron got that $100 million project, home or whatever he building, wherever he building it out there. He got that going on. He would rather pay for that with money from the league. Like if I get a 2 year contract for $105 million or $95 million, that literally pays for that project. I ain't got to touch nothing I already got going on. That's the way them boogers think. Hope that makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, he ran off Poole, he ran off KD, all of that so he could get paid. And people say, well, no, he was gonna get no, he wasn't. Go back and look at them scenarios. Both times Golden State made him hold up on negotiations to find out what KD was gonna do first, then what Jordan Poole was gonna do. They was making him wait, and that booger went out and caused chaos to get rid of these two people. And imagine how that would mess your locker room up, bro. When you get this big ass, gorilla looking ass, ape ass looking nigga like Draymond, go fire on a little dude like Poole, and then there's no discipline for it, y'all. Nothing. You in the locker room, nothing happens. How many of y'all in the locker room ain't gonna be friends with Jordan Poole? How many of y'all in the locker room gonna feel a certain way knowing that this dude done knock your friend out?
Well,
All
he
over
did it to
words
the
being
right
said
person,
in
Pat.
practice.
He
You
did
said
it to
what?
the right person.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what bullies do. They gonna go hit
Yeah.
people that they know ain't gonna fight back, bro. They not. And then some fool on that guy's podcast, I think when he was doing it, was like, "Man, why you tripping? You know Draymond the type. He would have fronted and smacked Oakley. He did, man. He wouldn't touch none of them bruisers back in the day. That booger would have been so quiet. He wouldn't have died. He wouldn't have dared. Cause here's the evidence. Draymond done got into it with a ton of folk. I ain't never seen him lay hands on somebody that was big as him or bigger than him. You'll sneak up behind them and try to choke them out. You see what I'm saying? You'll stomp on
He
their
didn't mess
chest
with
while
old
they
boy.
you'll stomp on their chest while they land on the floor and take off running. You
What's
see
his
what I'm
name?
saying?
Stewart in Detroit. He
Yeah.
didn't run up on
He
him.
ain't run up on Stewart. He ain't run up on him. Not at all. Now you want conditions of peace. So yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Hey, I got to get up out of here, fellas. It was good cooking with y'all, man. Those of y'all that care, I'm gonna be on at 1:30 over there on my boy Showtime channel. We're gonna be cooking on this situation with the Lakers, Genie Bus, everything that's going in behind that situation, confirming a lot that everybody been knowing for a long time, and then speaking about the things that our sources is telling us behind the scenes. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. They're trying. I'll say this before I go. They're really trying to make this trade happen. The Lakers really desire to trade LeBron James. They don't want to keep him to the end of the season. Now, will Clutch cooperate? More than likely not, but we'll have to see. I think they're trying to generate pressure on Clutch to get LeBron to waive that no trade and have him go somewhere else. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the only way it's gonna work is some team is willing to sign LeBron to an extension. And I think he's eligible for a 2-year, $95 million extension. If he can get some team to give him that, you see what I'm saying? Then I think he's interested. Because remember with Jimmy wasn't going nowhere unless he was getting that money. He got to Golden State. What happened? The first week, what Jimmy do? Sign that extension. They
Yeah.
want that money. So I think that's the key to get LeBron to leave. Find a team that's actually going to be willing to pay him the money. And that's what the problem is. And to me, I think the only team stupid enough, two of them, and they both in California. I think Golden State and I think the Clippers are stupid enough to give LeBron that money. I think they're desperate enough to get that money to LeBron. But we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. I got to get out of here, though, fellas, man. Salute. Appreciate y'all.
Salute, bro. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one on here. Anybody else on here? I guess not. Well, Ticket, old Pastor gone. I'm gone. We'll tell Ticket thanks for coming. Let me come on board, man. Good talking. Everybody have a good day. Subscribe to Ticket, like this video. Later.